Welcome to Nerd and the Noob, episode 35, New Digs and Iron Man.
Hello! Welcome to the new set.
If you're not watching this on video, well, why aren't you? We need responses and reasons as to why.
Yes.
My name is Greg. I am your nerd.
I'm Michael. I totally forgot my name there for a minute. I'm used to saying Mango. I am Michael, and I'm your noob.
Welcome to our new set, and
We're both sitting in recliners.
What's probably going to be our Iron Man week?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's our Iron Man review show. I don't know how expansive it's going to be.
We are going to put this at the beginning of the show, though.
Spoilers! Spoilers! Spoilers!
Just in case.
If you don't want to hear about Iron Man, then we'll let you know that we're going to start Iron Man. And then you can just kind of skip forward when you hear us stop talking about Iron Man. Then you can listen to the rest of the show. Otherwise, you're good to go. If you haven't seen it yet, I mean, seriously, where have you been all week?
I know, it's been on, like, all weekend. You have had plenty of time. It's been playing since Thursday night. Because I went on Thursday night.
And you call me, you're like, you need to totally blah, 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 blah,
Blurdy, blurdy, blur. You need to blurdy, blur.
He wanted me to go. So, chat, how are you doing? You doing good?
For those of you who don't know, we do this show live. We have a chat, and we like to say hi to them.
Hello.
Hello, chat. If you'd like to join us, you can do that every Sunday, somewhere between 8 and 9 o'clock Central Time at twitch.tv/nerdandthenoob.
Otherwise, you can follow us on Facebook. That's the easiest place to see all the stories at facebook.com/nerdandthenoob. Apparently, they're all waving half-heartedly at us. Our chat's
do they not like it? Shall we move in?
Yeah, I think we should move in. I have to be careful, like not to pick my nose too much.
Because you're on full camera now? He's wearing pants.
No, I'm wearing pants. That doesn't often happen.
That does not happen during every show.
Only problem is we've got a really big screen to see the chat and the stories. Down here on this little screen is where I've got to hit everything. So, yeah. Alright, so we're going to start with, how you doing? It's been 2 weeks.
Yes, for those of you that don't know, we had a family emergency. We had to be out of town last week. I'm doing better.
Yeah.
You doing better?
I'm doing good.
You doing good?
Did you do anything?
I saw Iron
not
Man.
Counting the emergency.
I saw Iron Man.
Did you read anything?
We both finished AVX finally.
That took me like a week.
No kidding.
Just to read AVX took me about a week. Let's see. What else? I have been on a Whovian streak. I have been watching Doctor Who like a madman. I've pretty much watched him for like the last 5 hours today.
I celebrated May the 4th be with you and Free Comic Book Day by reading a Star Wars comic.
Oh, see, I didn't do that.
I did that.
But yeah, I wanted to talk about, I just wanted to mention, if you don't watch Doctor Who, I would suggest there's one episode, and I'll have to go through and look up the episode name, or maybe somebody in the chat can find it for me. He turns himself human. Like, he's got two hearts. He's not human. He's Time Lord.
Got it.
Okay. He turns himself human, loses his memories. Fantastic episode. Like, the emotion in it and everything was just, so good. I absolutely...
Really?
Yep, kicking off my shoes.
Really, with the feet?
Yep, there's my feet.
Alright, let's move into the show.
Absolutely loved that episode.
Alright.
So I wanted to put that out there. If you like Doctor Who and you haven't watched it in a while, or if you haven't watched Doctor Who, go watch this episode. And as soon as somebody in the chat tells it to me, I will let you guys know. So, we're going to jump into the long box.
It is our first segment every week. And we are obviously going to start out with Iron Man 3 this week. So again, if you haven't watched it, we're going to spoil some stuff, not everything. We're not going to spend an hour and a half talking about the movie. But we do have a note here, and it says, if my old eyes can read it, Iron Man 3 opened to 175 175.3 million this weekend. Number 2 ever behind. What was that one little movie they did last year?
The Avengers.
Avengers. That's right.
That was a good movie. But yeah, so it's just an article here telling us that what it opened to. That's a lot of money.
That is. It's already, if you count international already, it's up to like what? Almost 500 million?
Is it really?
Yeah.
I didn't look at the numbers.
I think it was.
That is ridiculous. So let's just go ahead and skip to this point. What did you think? Let's do an overall first for both of us.
Okay.
And then you go first and then I'll go.
Okay.
And then we'll argue.
Okay, so my overall, I'll start with. I do 3.75. Almost
out of 5?
Out of 5.
Okay.
No, not out of 10.
Alright.
Because of a couple of reasons.
Alright.
There was some stuff with the Mandarin. Excellent character. But some stuff with it that was a little off towards the end.
Okay.
And I don't know. As much as I sit and I think about it, I loved the Tony Stark stuff. It was based around who Tony is,
right,
as a hero, not who Iron Man is as a hero.
Right.
Maybe not enough of Tony in the suit for me through the whole movie.
Okay.
However, and I've been disagreed with this multiple times, I love Pepper. I love Pepper Potts. And did Happy look fat to anyone else in this movie?
Happy did look a little chunky.
Happy looked really fat. But overall, I'd give it almost a 4. It was not as good as 1. I don't think you can be as good as 1. Just straight Iron Man?
No.
You didn't have the right... but I will also say this. The leader of AIM... Advanced Idea Mechanics.
Yeah.
He did a damn good job.
I didn't like him that much. Okay, so I'm going to go out of 10, and I'm going to give it about a 6.5.
Really? That low?
Well, no, that's over half.
Yeah, but still, that's average. That's worse than most people get 2.
Okay, well then fine. If that's the way you're going to do it, okay. I'll tell you what then. I will give it an 8.
Okay.
Okay.
I can deal with that.
I did not like Mandarin. At all.
You didn't like it?
Not at all.
I loved it.
I
laughed so hard.
Did not like Mandarin at all. It was quite frustrating to me. Very annoying. The fact that he wasn't actually the Mandarin.
Okay.
He was... Spoiler, and anyways.
He was
just an actor.
I thought it was so funny, though.
That's the thing. To me, there was enough funny in the movie. That didn't need to be funny.
Neither movie has as much funny in them as the first one did.
No. That one did not... That part did not need to be funny.
Okay.
Okay? They could have simply gone with what everybody thought it was. And having the AIM guys working for the Mandarin. And I'd have been okay with that whole story plot.
Okay.
I'd have been fine with that. They catch the Mandarin, they do whatever. I don't care. But the fact that he was just some actor playing a role so that he could be on the forefront, I did not like that at all.
Okay.
Now, there were things I loved. What I didn't like was the extremists. I'm not a giant Iron Man fanboy or anything like that. But when I think about extremists, I think about the armor that just, it comes out. Doesn't it come out of his skin?
Yeah, it comes out of his skin.
Okay, so they didn't even touch that.
No.
You
think if he makes another appearance as Iron Man, he's adjusted extremists to that?
Oh, I think he did that at the end of the movie.
No. He got the medal taken
I think
out.
he did that too.
No.
But I did like the extremists as the bad guys. I thought that was clever.
The chick was hot.
All of them were.
The cop chick?
Yeah.
Smart ass.
I thought that was clever. Like how they were repairing themselves and doing things like that. I thought it was really, really well done with the extremists.
So you didn't like Guy Ritchie?
Not really. I mean, I liked him at the end.
When he was all...
Yeah, when he was just all... They were fighting. I thought he did good fights. I didn't like him as a Bond-style villain is what he reminded me of.
Really?
Yeah, I just didn't like him as much.
I didn't like sitting in the chair, turning around, petting a cat.
Yeah, I mean, I could see him doing that. But like towards the beginning, when they take out Tony's house, and Tony grabs that armor that he brings to him, like magnetically or wirelessly or whatever you want to call it.
Well, it's drawn to whatever he injected.
It was Guy Pearce, not Guy Ritchie.
My bad.
I like how he sent it to Pepper.
I know. Okay, so
my whole brain exploded when that happened. I was just like, oh my god! Oh my god! Ah! Awesome. And
then she says, "Tony, I'm clear," and he goes, "Back to me."
Yeah, and then takes it. That was a lot of good stuff. I liked. Honestly, I think if it hadn't been for the Mandarin stuff at the end,
when he was going all out, balls out in that fight, that fist fight at the end.
You're talking where he was like trading Iron Man suits every 5 seconds?
Yes.
That was cool, and he's like jumping out.
Okay,
this one.
someone we haven't touched on. Other than the Iron Patriot, which I can't stand that the fact that they used that. I agree with everyone. He should have just been a painted up war machine. How did you think Rhodey was in this one?
I love Rhodey.
This is the most he's been. He's sitting there and they're trying to get him out of the suit, and he goes, "Don't open," and then it opens. He goes, "Okay," pops out, just punching people.
I thought Don Cheadle. Now, I preferred Terrence Howard. I preferred him as Rhodey in the first one.
I'm obviously not getting any right.
I didn't really care for Cheadle in the second one.
No.
But this one, he owned it.
Yeah.
Like, he was Rhodey, bam, just like there. That's what I see Rhodey as, not as always the big.
When Tony's got trying to shoot and he can't shoot a gun to save his life, literally, and he goes, "It's a bulb. No one can hit that bulb." Crack, and he shoots it. Love it. I love that.
I liked it. I thought Rhodey did a good job of that.
The bus. Tell me you jumped when he's flying around and he gets nailed by the bus.
That's scary.
And you go, "Holy sh!"
Well, I like the little quirks in it, like just little things like that. One of them being,
what about the early armor?
When Pepper comes in and he's just got his arm up on the couch and and she comes downstairs and he's just, Tony's actually doing it all remotely. I'm like, okay, I like it. I like that a lot. What else? Oh, before I forget, some really good previews.
I got another Star Trek preview again. Can I just say?
Saw the Wolverine preview.
Still not impressed.
Not impressed. I told Gina when we were in the theater, I was like, you know what? I will probably go see it because it's Wolverine.
Yeah.
I'm not impressed with that
I'm
trailer.
worried. Because he is as far as Marvel goes right now, he is the driving force for the Xmen. I'm worried that this is going to hurt their brand right now.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't want to get too far off point. I was just going trailers to Iron Man movie.
I'm trying to think. I don't remember all the trailers I got. I got Star Trek.
I got the new Will Smith one.
He does an accent, which I didn't know.
I noticed that. It was like, hello. I'm like, oh, no.
I don't. I did. No.
I like the premise of the movie. I don't think I'm going to like the movie. But
Jaden doesn't look like he's quite grown into Jaden yet. Like, he looks like Will Smith did when he was before Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
And he just looks really weird.
I don't know. There's some things. But, yeah, there was a couple. I'm trying to remember. Because there was one. I don't even remember what it was. But my mouth just dropped. I was like.
For one of the trailers?
Uh-huh.
Star Trek is still, my number one coming out right now.
Oh, I remember what it was. We saw the Fast and the Furious trailer.
Yeah.
And at the end of the trailer, Lenny is, flying over this, Like
Letty
is going over this like section of the road.
They do a John Woo jump.
Holy crap! And like my mouth just drops. I'm like,
what do you want to bet John Woo's involved in that movie somehow?
oh dude, he's gotta be. They must have just called him and goes, we got this one scene we want you to do. Just this one scene. That was great.
Yeah.
Like, I actually am looking forward to this one. Because it looks good.
Oh, yeah.
There's a tank on my ass! It's like, I'm like, yes! Anyway, so back to Iron Man. I agree. I like the fact that it's Tony Stark based.
So you've seen the part with the plane where they're falling out of the plane in the previews.
Oh, yeah.
And he goes, grab my hand. Don't worry, you won't let go because he electrifies everybody's hands. And it's like, just grab somebody and it's like,
yeah, exactly.
you're not letting go.
Come on, you can do it. What
does he call the last guy?
Oh, I have no idea.
Fatty dropping? Let's get him.
There was a good bit. We'll get into the post-credit bit here in just a second. I like the kid.
Yes, the kid was funny.
The kid sidekick that he had going on.
The kid was funny. The limited edition watch.
Yeah, that was great. I love the kid. I actually really enjoyed the time out of the Iron Man suit.
I didn't say I didn't. I'm conflicted.
Like, I did not mind that he wasn't in the suit. Like, I liked the part where he makes all of, like, the backpack full of tricks.
Oh, I know. He's a badass fighter. Like, he's learned how to fight.
So, I mean, a lot of good stuff. I'll tell you what, one thing we can do before we go on is I'm going to let Greg read the producer's review. It's our cousin, Les. He's the producer. He's in the chat every week. He takes care of the Facebook page, and he did a review for us. So I'm going to let you do that because maybe it'll spark some stuff in us.
Okay. Quoting here. Okay, finally it's here. Iron Man 3. The last hurrah of Tony Stark and Pepper Potts. Iron Man versus the Mandarin. One of the baddest villains ever. The movie features the Extremis program, which... It features the Extremis program and another rich bad guy, Aldrich Killian. I hate the name.
Yeah, just like that.
The movie was full of action and comedy and was very entertaining. The holdup for me as a nerd was a couple of things. Iron Patriot, as you guys know, is not James Rhodes. In the comics, it's Norman Osborn.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Never mind, I'll get into that later. Then they take Mandarin, one of Tony's baddest villains of all time, and do what with him? Well, I can't say. You gotta watch. We've already spoiled that.
Yeah.
But seriously, you didn't have to do that. Pepper gets the suit, and that's cool. Now, I'm not going all into the ending, but everything is wrapped up in a nice, neat little bow. The ending after all the credits was, spoiler alert, a sit-down couch session with Tony and Bruce Banner. How far from New York was that? Because he had some gray going.
Yeah, he did. That was just bad. To me...
I liked it. I thought it was funny.
I didn't like it. Because first rumor we had was awesome. Tony going into space to, do the galaxy thing.
Yeah.
The second rumor...
No, I'm telling you, he does that. I think he does it in Avengers 2.
The other one they talked about was meeting Ant-Man. And I'm like, where did all these other ones? I was very frustrated. I did not like the... I thought it was funny, don't get me wrong. Comedy-wise, I thought it was
Continuing
good.
on, it says, big letdown. So many other choices you could have went with on that. I went in thinking 9.5 out of 10. I'm taking 0.5 off for the after credits and Iron Patriot. So the producer scales gets it about a 9 out of 10. Which is, there are two really big sides to this. Like, I've seen hate and I've seen great.
Right.
Online.
Like I said, for me,
I will say, watching Rhodey go through a bunch of like Middle Eastern buildings and bust in and be like, freeze! And then it's a bunch of women working on crap. I loved it. So funny.
Yeah, that was good. He's like, you're free if you weren't already. Okay. Yeah, there was just several things I didn't like.
Okay. Alright, big spoiler for the end. Blowing up everything.
I kind of saw it coming.
Really?
Well, I mean, I didn't see him exploding all his stuff coming, but I saw...
More than half of them got destroyed anyway.
Right, well,
when he goes, boys, bring the pain, and they just
That's what I saw that, and I'm like, okay, so it's going to essentially be a cancel out. All the suits are going to be destroyed. His house is destroyed. This is essentially...
You think he moves over to Avenger Tower?
I think that's where Avenger Tower comes in.
Yeah.
I think him and Pepper, they move into the Avenger Tower. Bam. I think that's I think that's a good lead into it. Mm-hmm. I also like the fact that they acknowledged in a standalone movie the joint movie.
New York and stuff.
I love that they, in a big way, like there was a lot of different stuff, like Tony freaking out because of the New York stuff. Something with the military too, right? Something with the president.
Well, he got elected due to New York, I think.
Okay. So, I mean, I liked that. I thought that was good because there's a lot of times they're like, oh, yeah, Iron Man, blah, 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 and then they kind of forget that whole universe existed. Well, in this case, they didn't.
We want to do this. Chattanooga was featured in the movie.
Oh, my God.
Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Wait, okay,
so funny.
We were sitting in the theater, and remember, guys, we're in Nashville, so we're not too far north of Chattanooga.
And we were raised in Chattanooga.
And they've got these girls up there on stage in this beauty pageant. And oh my God, they were just so southern, they couldn't have gotten any more southern. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't know. We don't talk like this down there. Actually, Chattanooga's pretty civilized. I was a little pissed off, actually. I mean, they're like they made it out to be Hicktown, America, and I'm like, you guys suck.
All right, so overall, a Nerd of the Noob judgment would be, I'm going to go with 8 out of 10.
If you're giving it 8, I liked it less than you did. I'll give it a 7.
Okay.
7 overall.
So an average of a 7.5.
Yeah, I thought it was okay. It wasn't great. Actually, after seeing that movie, I'm completely ready for Superman.
We heard this before. I was whelmed.
Yeah, I was whelmed.
I wasn't overwhelmed. I wasn't underwhelmed. I was whelmed.
I actually think I liked the story from the second one better.
Humor from the first one.
Action from the third one.
The
action from the third one, just great. I'm telling you, the thing that killed the third one for me was the Mandarin.
Yeah.
I don't really give two shits about the Iron Patriot armor.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It's an iron suit. He's an American Patriot. Iron Patriot. I got that. So that's the big thing. You know, the Mandarin, throughout, as far as I can understand, throughout the Iron Man history, is the biggest villain.
Yeah, he's the biggie.
And they made him out to be
an idiot.
An idiot. And, I mean, even though at the fact, towards the end of the movie, he goes, do you want the Mandarin? I am the Mandarin. I'm like, no, you're not.
I guess he meant because he created... Okay, let's move on.
No, I'm still talking about this. That irritated me. I'd like to know who did all that stuff. So, okay, so now you want to move on. So we've got a couple of things in the long box here. We're going to move through the 2 Iron Man ones pretty quick. Did you see Iron Man 3 here? 9 things you may not have known about him. So, whoopsies. Got a new mouse and keyboard here. Because we're all wireless. What do we got? I read this. This was done by Agamemnon. We've got... we're going to skip through to a couple of these.
We're not going to hit every one of them. Casting changes. That's a big fro.
Let's see. As far as most of the films go, the cast you see in the final product is seldom who was originally approached or even signed. Iron Man was no different. While the role for Tony Stark was pretty much Robert Downey Jr.'s from the beginning, many other characters could have been different. It's hard to imagine someone other than Gwyneth Paltrow as Pepper Potts.
The original choice by Jon Favreau, and the original was Rachel McAdams. I might have been okay with that. I like her. There were far more
Alright.
casting changes for the sequels to Iron Man than the first movie. The role of Natasha, Black Widow, was particularly competitive, including people Jessica Biel, Gemma Arterton. I don't know.
Natalie Portman, Jessica Alba, and Angelina Jolie. I'm okay with Jessica Biel. I like her.
Yeah, I can even see. I don't see Alba though.
Let's see what else we got. Number 3 is the Mandarin's coming. Oh god, I'm not even reading anything about the Mandarin. I'm so angry about that.
They can't stop looking at your toe.
I know. Apparently, my toe keeps coming in.
Comic creator input. If you paid very close attention to the credits of Thor and Cap, then you saw the names of comic creators Brian Michael Bendis, Dan Buckley, and Joe Quesada listed as being part of the Marvel Creative Committee. Adi Granov is a comic book illustrator and actually co-designed the suits that you see in the first film. He's credited as a suit consultant. How many people get that on a list?
True that. What did you do last year? I was a suit consultant. Let's see. Apparently, it says here whose idea was the end credit scene. I guess the start of that whole thing. It looks like I think I read this earlier. I think it was Jon Favreau's. Oh no, it was Kevin Feige. Let's try, and then we actually. So apparently, Kevin Feige wanted to try it.
It works.
Yeah. Let's see. What do we got here? Oh, let's see. Rage Against the Machine.
Oh, probably when Tony Stark is kidnapped and forced into a cave in the beginning of Iron Man, we as an audience are so wrapped up in what is going on that we focus quite solely on Tony. When Tony finally puts on the suit and takes to dispatching his captors, we're looking so closely at what he's doing we fail to notice who exactly he punched in the face. That person was none other than Rage Against the Machine guitarist Tom Morello. Fantastic!
That's neat. I don't listen to Rage Against the Machine.
It's still funny that they got him in there.
Jarvis, an aspect of the Iron Man series that often doesn't get talked about enough, is Paul Bettany.
I'd like to give a clap for him.
Yeah, I like
one of my favorite characters in the whole movie.
As the voice of Jarvis, you probably know the namesake for Tony's II is a reference to his butler from the comic books, which means you know more than Bettany did at the time that the film was made. Bettany knew director Favreau from working on the film Wimbledon when he was approached to provide a voice for the movie.
I didn't know I was in a superhero movie, he said in an interview. I really didn't know what I was going in for because it was 2 hours in a recording booth. I went in and recorded with Jon Favreau, doing all the lines, recording them, and went home, and now I'm a fucking hero to my children. I haven't even seen it yet. And in the case you weren't aware, the Jarvis acronym stands for Just a Rather Very Intelligent System. Nice.
Next one on the list is why was Robert Downey Jr. cast anyways? Why was anybody? He was cast because he's cast. Jon Favreau had a man crush on him, and that's all kinds of good stuff. And the last one is Shane Black's involvement. The director for Iron Man 3 is responsible for making some of the most memorable action movies of the 80s and 90s. Let's see. Apparently, he was a consultant through the whole series.
Yeah, I saw that.
So, I don't know. That's cool. I like these little lists. Like I said, this was found by Agamemnon, one of our loyal listeners.
Also, the next article is the top 10 Iron Man villains ever. So, we're going to go through this, see who they missed, who they didn't use.
Alright.
So, hit the next button.
Oh. Next! Ghost. Corporate spy known as Ghost was originally an engineer who developed intangibility, which he turned into a weapon when the corporation he worked for betrayed him and killed his colleague. Alright.
Alrighty. Fing Fang Foom. If you're a fan of the comics, he's the big giant dragon. Just as simple as that.
Alright. The Controller. This is a big one, right? Was a sickly child who used his childhood ailments as inspiration into his research of the potential of the human mind. After discovering a way to turn psychic potential into psychic strength, he also developed a method of using unsuspecting victims as mental batteries for his power.
Kiari, you're killing me with the bright green there. Change your name color.
There you go.
AIM was in this. The mad science collective known as Advanced Idea Mechanics have menaced multiple heroes throughout the Marvel Universe, but few so personally or as often as Iron Man. Bound by an obsession with power and super science, AIM have often tried and occasionally succeeded in stealing and copying Stark's dangerous technology, which does not include MODOK in this, but he was a big guy.
Titanium Man.
I remember this guy.
What more said?
another suit-wearing guy. This I don't know. Zeke Stain. Many villains have tried and occasionally succeeded in stealing Tony's armor, but few with such devastating effect as Zeke Stain, the son of Obadiah, who was featured in the first movie.
Nice. Crimson Dynamo.
Now this guy was the kind of partially what they took for the second movie, Whiplash.
Right. No, Whiplash was actually a bad guy.
Yeah, he spoke, but
numerous men have inhabited the various versions of Crimson Dynamo armor, and some of them have even gone on to switch sides and join forces with Tony Stark. But as a concept, the Crimson Dynamo is one of Iron Man's most frequently recurring and difficult foes. Next one.
Madame Mask. If Tony Stark is Marvel's debonair man of intrigue, Madame Mask is his femme fatale, the daughter of Magia, crime lord, and supervillain Count Nefaria. Proud of me for the names?
Yeah.
Madame Mask has often skirted the line between hero and villain, and has subsequently found herself entangled in a web of mystery and espionage with Tony.
Ironmonger. That was.
Can I say that he's probably my favorite bad guy?
In the movies
Obadiah,
or in general?
yes. In the movies. Obadiah is probably my favorite bad guy.
Come on, the guy who played him is Boss.
I know, right?
And number one, the Mandarin, who's now an actor and a weenie and a wuss, and I'm gonna move on because now I'm just angry again. Stupid. I'm telling you, all they had to do was just change the dialogue from I'm this to he's this and I work for him. Oh, look, now the movie's good all of a sudden. Irritating. Let's see.
So it looks like
let's grab that last article and move it to next week, please, sir. We did have one more thing in the long box, but it's we've already done a lot of long box, so yeah, not gonna do that one. We're gonna do a comic of the week. We read
AVX finally.
AVX. Holy.
This
shit.
was a gift we got, and please forgive us. We can't remember exact name as to who gave it to us, but it was gifted to us a few months ago by a fan who sent us the biggest freaking digital comic ever made.
What was it 827 pages?
On the phone app? Yeah, it's like that many panels. It's so huge. And there were two issues of a style that we both kind of gravitated to.
Mm-hmm.
The Nova issue, where he's flying through space.
Oh, yeah?
And when Scott's on the moon.
Those were digital only things, I think.
Yes, and they were great. Overall, though, the story, everyone knows what happens.
Oh, I loved AVX.
The Phoenix comes flying in again, except this time Tony blows it up. And it splits into five equal parts between Namor the Submariner, Colossus, Magic, his sister, Emma Frost, and Cyclops. And I have to say, Cyclops looks cool until you get about halfway down and you see the codpiece cover.
I think that was an awesome comic.
I liked it. Reading, so we've both been listening to Comic Book Podcast. Most of them said that while it was coming out that it was hard to read week to week because it was back in 3 weeks. You saw the things at the end. Reading it in a chunk like it was, all 12 big issues plus the extras here and there, was good. I really did.
That
I liked
kind
it
of
that
stuff
way.
takes a long time to read. Next week, I think we're going to talk about, and don't let me forget to give you,
Batman.
Either Batman, what would you guys like to see more? The Batman, the Court of Owls first trade, or the first trade for the New 52 Justice League? I got both. Those were both very good.
That is true. Agamemnon, there was one fight, Spider-Man versus Colossus and Magic.
Oh my god.
He gets just destroyed.
Pummeled.
He Colossus punches him in the face and you see it.
Wait, now I have a question about Colossus. Why is he wearing the helmet?
At some point he gets the powers and abilities of Juggernaut as well as being Colossus.
Alright, fair enough.
But no, what's funny, did you notice when he was with the Phoenix Force, had hair? When he wasn't, go back and look, no hair.
So the Phoenix Force
Gave him hair.
Wow.
gotta say,
out of all those, the one I didn't like Magic.
You don't like Magic?
The girl, I did not like her.
I like her now because she's featured a little bit in my all new Xmen.
Right. I didn't like her in this.
Do you like Scott as a bad guy? We have grown up with Scott Summers Cyclops as a good guy.
I don't honestly think I saw some of the others as bad guys. Like Namor, I easily saw him as a bad guy.
He's been back and forth.
Cyclops, I never saw him as the bad guy. I could understand the argument of the guy who's doing wrong but believes he's doing right.
Well, essentially, they turned him into Magneto.
It was amazing.
It was.
I thought the new costume was fantastic. Everything was just amazing on that. And no, we have not read AVX Consequences. Mm-mm. We read AVX, the full storyline on that, and the battles, which are funny.
I haven't done.
I read the battles. But Scott as a bad guy, or as a quote unquote bad guy, was amazing. Like, it was just, I mean, he kills Professor X.
Oh, I know. Which we've discussed.
I'm like, it's so easy. Sometimes I'm reading these comics and I go, and I kind of glaze over something, and like 5 pages later I'll go, whoa! Wait a minute! And I'm going, what? And but I mean, just watching Scott just spiral.
It was a really good spiral.
What was that, Bendis, right?
It was a bunch of people.
Well, but
I think Hickman was involved. Bendis was involved.
So good, so good. If you guys haven't read it, I suggest finding a trade for it somewhere or getting the back issues. You don't even have to read anything but AVX. So good, so good. Such a good comic. Mm-hmm. I want to thank whoever. Like I said, I apologize. I can't remember who gave it to us. But I want to thank you for that, because that was an awesome, awesome book to read. Let me tell you, took a long time to read.
Took a long time to download.
Took a long time to download on the crappy internet. So, definitely a good, out of 10, I'd give this a 9.
It's a 9. Definitely a 9.
It's not a perfect comic.
The art, like, I've gotten to the point now where I'm noticing art just as much as everything else. The art that they used, with like the stuff with Hope Summers and Wanda, was really good. Yeah, mixing them together was a really cool thing to do too.
See, I still have a hard time seeing her as Wanda, because I'm used to the teen X-Men high school thing
from Evolution.
And so it looks weird. Alright, so we're going to move on to the next one. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed that. That is Comic of the Week, and you can follow us along with us on those, for the most part, on Comixology. Almost everything we read is off of that.
Alright, next up is Noob Versus, which is just going to consist this week of our Nerd Madness finals, which were ended 2 weeks ago. Elle, please turn your head. You're not going to enjoy this. Yoda defeated Hulk to win our first ever Nerd Madness out of 64. And there were some good characters in that. And Yoda, the smallest little dude, won.
Oh, please.
However, you look up Yoda versus Hulk, not the first time it's been done, because you Google, like, image search that, they're everywhere. Just Hulk looking down going, really? And then Yoda's just going, yep.
Well, okay, one thing I do want to admit is we do have a listener. We'll call her Elle. Is that what we're calling her? She did. I want to thank her for her ever so lovely work she did.
She did research.
Like, my phone kept going bzz, bzz, and like it just kept scrolling on the top, line by line by line by line by line. It had to have been.
She sends it to me, and I'm walking, and I think I can read this real quick. Holy crap! That's a scroll.
Yeah, it was. Woo. That was good. I liked it. I'm glad Yoda won. I can't tell you why.
I don't know either.
But I'm glad
there was.
Yoda won.
I mean, I read it, and again, we will say this. I was not 100% on Hulk when I picked him. When I decided to take Hulk. However, looking at all the stuff that she found, oh my god! I was like, yeah, I can totally see Hulk winning this.
That is just.
Oh, speaking of Hulk, AVX, when at the end of it, when they were talking to Hulk, and they were like, you don't know who they're talking to, and
can you please come help us?
Can you come help us? And we need your help. And then Hulk goes, yes, I help you smash.
Oh my gosh. Alright, so next week we're going to be back to the normal Noob versus, which means we're going to have to do some thinking now. We haven't had to think in like a month.
You know, we could just go back to AVX.
Who wins in a fight between... No, okay. Alright, so that means we're going to move on to coming attractions, which we actually enjoy this. When we've got enough movies, I enjoy having the coming attractions.
And again, so I say and again a lot today.
And again.
I'm going to stop that.
And again?
I looked, there was a post on HuffingtonPost.com that said the 57 movies that you should see this summer.
Oh my gosh.
And I went through it. There's about 20. God. Not all nerd movies. We had this
argument last week.
Not all movies. But yeah.
So we already had past May 3rd. That was Iron Man 3. Good movie. May 10th is The Great Gatsby. And y'all can all kiss my white ass. I actually want to see that.
I want to see this.
I like Leo DiCaprio. Ever since I've watched Catch Me If You Can.
The dude from Warrior is in it too. He's the one with the...
You keep talking about that movie. I've never watched it.
Watch the movie!
I've never seen that.
It's Rocky for the New Age.
Then we got May 17th is Star Trek Into Darkness.
Hold up.
Burp. Boop. There we go. Then we've got May 24th, Fast and Furious 6 and Hangover Part 3.
Don't care about the second part. I'm probably going to go see the first one.
I don't know if
But I'm going to have to take a girl just to make fun of the movie while she's watching.
I don't know if I've ever seen all of Hangover Part 2, but I want to see Hangover Part 3. I've
never seen any of them.
I don't know that I'm going to go to the theaters and watch it, but I will definitely rent it. And then on May 31st, we've got After Earth, which is the new Will Smith one.
Netflix.
And Now You See Me, and that's the one with the guy from the Facebook movie in it.
Yeah, this is the one I said. It's kind of like Magicians meet Ocean's 11.
Yeah, good call. I like that.
And I kind of want to see that.
So we're just, like I said, we're just calling that coming attractions. We let you know what you want, what we think is interesting coming up. Now we're going to move on to the short box, and we've got, oh my goodness.
Do I need to rename the box?
We've got sections. The short box is kind of just not very good description, but no, we're not. The short box is as thus. It is not a long conversation, but a short conversation on many stories. So, think of it like that girlfriend you had and not... Never mind. Alright, so we're gonna...
No clue where you were going
with
that.
I didn't either. We broke this up into sections this week because we had, like, some big sections. We've got a Marvel section, a DC section... What was the other ones?
Gaming?
Movie section, and then a gaming section. Oh, and he's going to start doing this every week, so... in the Marvel section, we've got new Avengers characters. This was found by Carrie Gray,
our producer's lovely wife, his lovely assistant.
And it looks like we're talking about the movie. So Josh Whedon teases new characters in Avengers 2. Sounds like Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch.
I think this has been confirmed that it is going to be the twins.
Ooh. Are they twins?
I believe so. If not twins, brothers and sisters.
Right.
I'm not positive. I could be wrong. I thought they were twins for some reason, but again, not 100% on that.
I'm excited. I know very little about the Scarlet Witch. I need to go back and read
House of M.
House of M. That's the one where all her stuff goes down, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I need to read the House of M storyline.
They use House of M as
like a bouncing point.
A bounce lead in over to AVX.
Yes, that I do. I did gather that much. I know she did something that screwed with mutants.
Quicksilver I like, but not because of normal continuity. He had a really good prominent role in Age of Apocalypse.
Ah, okay.
Because it was Magneto leading the X-Men at that point.
Right.
So, I'm really good. I'm good with that. I have no clue who should play them. I'm completely open on that.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Trying to look at all the art for Wanda, I just trying to place somebody in that role. That's the hard part.
Only because I saw this picture. Have you seen Weeds before?
Yeah.
What about that woman?
She's a little old for it. All right,
so is Robert Downey Jr., but he's still doing it.
True that. Ultimate Spider-Man's new girlfriend revealed. Face it, Tiger, you just hit the bullseye. Now, what is this? In an interview for Newsrama, Brian Michael Bendis talks about his 1 year later plans for Ultimate Spider-Man. I may have to start reading Ultimate Spider-Man because Superior Spider-Man...
basically, boils down to, Ultimate Spider-Man is the only book so far that is yet to bring someone back from the dead.
Okay.
Peter Parker is dead in it. It's Miles Morales. His new girlfriend in this is going to be Kate Bishop, which is the ultimate Hawkeye.
Nice. She is apparently Hawkeye from the Young Avengers.
That's right.
And the current Hawkeye series.
She's like the kid Hawkeye.
That's neat. That's kind of neat. I like it. I may have to pick that one up because, like I said, I'm not reading Spider-Man at all right now because I'm very upset with the Supreme thing.
I think he's about to come back. Like, I've seen some spoilers.
I have to.
I think Peter's.
If he comes back, I may buy the previous. What are we now?
13.
13 episodes.
No, 8.
I may get those.
9 is the big thing.
And watch them read them. Only if Parker comes back. Peter Parker. What do we got here? Adam Canto joins X-Men Days of Future Past as, I guess, what they're thinking is going to be Pyro.
So, here's a question that pops up. Because of all the people they're hiring, how much money does this movie have to make to break even?
I have no idea.
I mean, holy crap. It doesn't matter how much you're in one of these movies. Holy crap. Since these movies have come out, look at how big most of these people have become.
Right.
Hugh Jackman, Ian McKellen, Patrick Stewart, those 3 right there, huge.
James McAvoy, Jennifer Lawrence, Nicholas Hoult, Michael Fassbender.
Fassbender's going to be expensive.
Anna Paquin, Ellen Page, Shawn Ashmore, Halle Berry, Peter Dinklage, Omar Sy, Daniel Cudmore, Fan Bingbing, and Boo Boo Stewart. Who the hell is Boo Boo Stewart? Wow.
Who is Boo Boo Stewart?
I have no idea, but I'm telling you, I know I said I wasn't going to watch this movie because of Singer. The cast alone has got me going to watch it.
Who is Boo Boo Stewart?
I don't know. It's Boo Boo Stewart. Don't you know Boo Boo Stewart from that thing that we watched with the person? Jeez. Blah, blah. What do we got here? Next is...
Lee Pace to be the main villain in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Article coming
He was in Eclipse. Oh, that's why I wouldn't know who that is. Because he was in one of those sparkly fairy vampire movies.
Go for it.
Lee Pace, or the Hobbit.
From The Hobbit.
From The Hobbit. Is in final negotiations to play the villain in Disney and Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. An individual familiar with the project told the Wrap. The identity of Pace's villainous character is being kept under wraps. Guardians of the Galaxy finds Quill leading a group of alien superheroes as they protect the solar system from an evil alien race. The current cast includes Chris Pratt, Zoe Saldana, Dave Bautista, Michael Rooker, Ophelia Lovibond will also cast as an unknown role. I have no clue of any of their bad guys, so I'm okay with whoever they bring in.
Yep, I'm good with that, because we've only read 2 comics of that.
Yes! Bishop and Warpath should be in X-Men Days of Future Past. I'm excited for that because Bishop is awesome. Bishop is a fantastic character, and that leads in to an Age of Apocalypse movie. Suck it!
That's your big thing, isn't
I want it! Here's why. They've teased it in 2 different cartoons. Touched on it in another one. And every time you get to it, they pull it out from under me.
Wow. You're just so weird.
Shut up.
What else do we got? We got more Peggy Carter and Captain America 2 than we think, apparently. Haley Atwell promises Peggy Carter action Captain America 2, The Winter Soldier. This is a big article.
Apparently Boo Boo is playing Warpath in Days of Future Past.
As Marvel
Right.
officially acknowledged during last night's Iron Man 3 premiere, an action-packed short film surrounding Captain America's main squeeze Peggy Carter, played by actress Hadley Atwell, will apparently debut at San Diego Comic-Con this year. Doting on that in a recent interview with Metro, Atwell also discussed reprising the character in the upcoming sequel, The First Avenger, Captain America the Winter Soldier. Is that the name? Good God, could they make it shorter? She was said to feature in only one flashback scene, but I've been working with some stunt coordinators. I get 3 separate fight scenes, she says. So that's cool. So we're going to see more.
I liked her.
There's a lot of article here. We're going to let you guys go through and read those. As always, all of these articles, all of these links are in the description below.
Maybe.
Or
If I can fit them on
At
YouTube.
least most of them. I don't want to read this. Okay, I'm just going to tell you this.
No, open it?
No. I'm not opening it.
Really?
This
Are you
is-
saying, out of everything we spoil, you for yourself?
I'm not spoiling this. There's a spoiler to see how Agent Coulson gets brought back to life. Apparently for the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. TV show.
Okay.
I'm not even.
We've all
opening
decided
this.
he's the Vision, so I mean.
Shut up! I don't want to know.
I don't know.
I don't want to know. I don't. Okay, tell you what. If you want to talk, hang on.
HG.
Wait a minute. Tell me when you need to. Okay.
Scrolling. Oh, whoa. Okay, spoiler alert. Start at the spoiler alert.
Okay.
Don't make noise. In the pilot, it's revealed Nick Fury, the ultimate super spy, faked Agent Coulson's death on purpose to motivate the Avengers. Some S.H.I.E.L.D. members were in on it, including Maria Hill, but the Avengers were not. Their security clearance wasn't high enough. Coulson was forced to hold his breath as part of the ruse, and that's a point of contention.
Are you done yet?
No.
Okay.
After the fact, Fury moved him to a remote location until things died down, and then he was reinstated into duty at the time of the show. At this moment, several things are unclear about the explanation. First, it's unclear how Loki pierced him with the scepter and didn't kill him.
Are you done yet?
So it was a ruse. Yes, I'm done.
Okay. Don't read anymore because I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Are you sure you don't know?
I heard the word ruse, and so I'm like, no! So, don't tell me anything. Alright. Next one. Sorry. Next one, we've got Allison Williams up for the Invisible Woman and Fantastic Four reboot.
I think a lot of people are going to be up for this part. Where's she from? Because she looks familiar in other stuff.
Her landed her first major role starring in Rosaline. No idea.
She just looks familiar.
I don't know. Article down below. Not important. Not unimportant, but not important.
Michael B. Jordan is also in talks to be one of the characters, possibly Johnny Storm.
Yeah.
Alright.
Now here's a problem though.
They're supposed to be brother and sister?
Thank you. Okay. This guy is apparently black. I say apparently because, I don't know for sure. He could be brown.
You mean mixed?
Yeah. And they're saying that is reportedly considering a reunion with his Chronicle star Michael B. Jordan by... Oh, I'm sorry.
Josh Trank is reportedly considering a reunion with his Chronicle star... What? What did we miss?
Nope, we didn't miss anything.
Well, anyway.
Keep going.
Though I haven't read the script and would have to trust that the Human Torch as written will suit Jordan and his manner, I'd say do it. I'm okay with it. I don't care who plays it. It's a character.
Yeah.
And I say this. When 90% of these characters were created, they were created by a bunch of white Jewish guys.
Next thing up is Ant-Man update from Kevin Feige, and Ghost Rider has returned to Marvel. Wow. There's a lot on here. Rounding out today's Marvel Studios news splurge from Kevin Feige is an update on Ant-Man, Daredevil, Punisher, and Blade. First, the quotes on Edgar Wright's Ant-Man.
Frankly, now we have to rewrite it to put it a little bit more into the Marvel universe because it was written before it existed. We've talked about various names over the past 8 years, but as you can imagine, they keep changing as time goes by. But towards the end of the year, we'll buckle down and start casting and start refining the script, which is great and which is very Edgar. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be eager.
Doo-doo. So, what am I
Daredevil, the Punisher, Blade, and Ghost Rider have all returned to Marvel after all of their licensing expired with the studios they had. That's an awesome thing.
Yeah, I'm excited about that one. So I'm excited to see what they do to the Marvel Universe now that they've got the rest of
I feel like we lost steam.
What do you mean?
We lost steam.
That's because I was going because I didn't want to listen to that one. Zoe Saldana in the Guardians of the Galaxy. We knew that.
We've already talked about this. Star Trek's Uhura, Zoe Saldana, is confirmed to be in Guardians this 2015, whenever it's going to come.
Alright, we got another story found by Carrie Gray. Rumor, Chad Boseman for the role of Black Panther.
Last month, a few tweets from Morris Chestnut made it pretty clear that Marvel was busy hunting a Black Panther, but he, I guess, did not get the role.
I'm thinking he's somebody.
Tonight's title is that Marvel have 42's Chad Boseman in the pole position. Ha! Racing joke. It's true, as Latino Review note, that Boseman is very much an up-and-comer, and 42 is still smashing it at the U.S. box office. What is 42?
Jackie Robinson movie.
Ah, gotcha. I imagine Boseman is suddenly on a lot of want lists. Good for him.
I wish they would just hurry up and get this going, because I'm interested to see if they do an origin story first.
Okay, and only because this is how he's always been portrayed, he better have a really deep voice.
Yeah, fair
because
enough.
He's kingly.
Yeah, I'm just curious. Like I said, I'm just very curious to see if they do the origin, like show how he gets his powers.
T'Chaka or T'Challa? Because both are Panthers.
T'Chamba.
The grandfather?
Yeah.
Alright.
T'Chamba. We're going to go with T'Chamba, and it's not a real name. We've got apparently some... Now we're moving into DC movie
You're going to have
news.
to stop saying apparently.
Justice League movie seems set to reunite Man of Steel, Zack Snyder, and David Goyer. When Marvel, oh my god, I'm in the wrong section. When Warner Brothers were trying to overlap work on Man of Steel and Justice League, it didn't seem at all likely that Zack Snyder would direct the film. There are obvious and practical reasons he wouldn't have been on the much-discussed studio wish list. The names that kept coming up were Ben Affleck, Lana and Andy Wachowski, and whispering directly into our ears, we're bleeding cool Ruben Flesher. I'm sure there were several more considered too, but plans change and schedules slip, and now Snyder's all but done with Man of Steel, and it looks like Warner Brothers have offered him the top seat for Justice League.
I think he might as well take it.
I mean, if they're going to do that, they need to build Justice League off of the Superman movie.
I'm sure they're going to.
That's my thing. If they want to do that...
You think they're going to come in and like last second do like a shawarma thing?
A shawarma thing? I'm telling you, I wrote the last scene, okay? Something to do with Batman or whoever or Flash or whatever. Green Lantern. There you go. That's what we figured it out, right? It was going to be Green Lantern, comes in, I need your help, and then just passes out. That's how you introduce the Justice League.
Alright. I'm okay with this. He already knows the character. He's already worked with Christopher Nolan, who did Batman. So they know they've had to have read some comics.
Right.
So I'm okay with this.
Yep.
I'm okay with Snyder being part of it.
We've got a DC is in a new push for their essential collections, and apparently they've got a new catalog out. I read this.
At the Diamond Retailers Summit, currently playing out in Chicago, DC Comics unveiled a free 128-page catalog of their own print and digital, featuring what they see as their essential DC graphic novels. I want to see this list just to see what they call as essential.
Nice.
Because their essential and my essential could probably not be the same.
Right. Now we've got another story. Could there already be a shared DC universe? In the ramp up to Man of Steel, much of the hype has been focused on how much of a role the film will have to play on kickstarting the inevitable shared cinematic DC universe.
While WB President Jeff Robinov, see how you do that? You just read it, has confirmed that this will indeed be the case in a recent interview. It seems to me that no matter how you slice it, the studio is going to be playing catch up to Marvel at this point.
Word.
There's nothing wrong with that. Franchises are a long-form game anyway. But WB can make up a lot of lost ground and even get ahead of the curve in some respects with one simple connection. Man of Steel's Metropolis and Arrow's Starling City should occupy the same universe. Completely agree. I don't see any problem connecting a television universe with the movie universe.
Ooh, I know that. Well, that would be cool too, because then you could get these people to come in and out of those roles.
Like just quickly?
Yeah.
Well, the movie stars aren't going to do it. They won't do it often. They'll do it, but it's like they'll be in like this, like Flash would want to run across.
There's some storytelling hangups, of course. Superpowers don't yet exist in Arrow, so their inclusion would be a big deal. But you'd think Oliver Queen would reference it being like Superman pretty much right away, assuming, were this to happen, Man of Steel would be set before the events of Arrow, with Superman appearing before Ollie was off the island. That would be feasibly written off with a "I was wondering when he'd show up" line when Superman is spotted in Starling City. And the rest of the gang pretends that having powers was no big deal in the first place. Go.
But there is a precedent to pairing the two characters beyond the happenstance of their new projects at the forefront of superhero pop culture. Least we forget, Clark Kent and Oliver Queen had a hell of a showing together for many years on Smallville. Why not carry that partnership over into a new continuity and further embed it within the fabric of
these characters?
Thank you for the auto scroll.
Sorry. There's a lot more to this article here, so we're going to let you guys finish it off. I'm in complete agreement here. I think it would be really awesome. I mean, tell me the guy who's playing Arrow in the TV series right now wouldn't jump at the chance to be...
Oh, by the way, you should know who that is.
Why?
He was the quarterback on Blue Mountain.
It wasn't.
Yeah, he was. Not the second string quarterback, not the main character.
Uh-huh.
He was the star quarterback who got busted for sleeping with a prostitute.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
I was watching an old episode the other day and could not stop laughing.
Nice. Alright, so what do we got here? I don't even know what this one is.
Trinity War could change DC forever. Oh my god, something else that's going to change things. The Trinity War, if most of you don't know, is a war that features the big three.
Right.
Normally. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman.
Okay.
In a fresh interview with BuzzFeed, writers Jeff Johns and Jeff Lemire, spelled differently, together handling the Trinity War event across the titles Justice League of America, and Justice League Dark in July and August, talked a little about the...
I cannot buy any more series!
...the motivation for the crossover and tease some of the possible outcomes.
The setup of the crossover has already been seen in the very impetus of the Justice League of America's creation. They were made to take down the Justice League, just in case. Johns says this Trinity War is really the event that forces the Justice League of America to become aware of that plan and take on the Justice League. He continued, they don't necessarily want to go to war with the original League, but they certainly want a safety net just in case. I think the Justice League of America has got my current favorite Green Lantern in it.
Baz?
Yeah.
Alright.
I need to get... Oh my god, now I have to buy Justice League of America. Don't tell Gina. So that's it for our DC news. We've got a little bit of Turtles news. Michael Bay confirms that Turtles are not aliens.
Golf clap.
Alright, so you finally did what we all wanted you to do. We've got a cast list here.
We already knew that.
Oh, okay. 10 days ago, we learned that the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles reboot would indeed be called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as opposed to just Ninja Turtles. Today, another clarification has been made regarding the film, this time by producer Michael Bay.
In an interview with Movie Phone, Bay says, there was a quote saying that we're making the Ninja Turtles as aliens. We're not. It's the ooze. It's from the original source material. These are from the original writers, and I never went out to correct myself in the press. I do listen to the fans, and I do want this to be authentic. I think they're going to be really happy with this movie. When I see the digital stuff, the Turtles look great.
Alright.
Alright, are we coming off our ban on this yet?
Slowly.
Really?
Slowly.
Not so. At this point, we're not first day watch. We're 2 weeks later.
I don't know if I'm that harsh on it yet.
I'm still like almost banned because I need to see proof. I need to see proof.
I tell you what, I'm gonna hold on the ban until I see a trailer. Next thing up is we've got Transformers 4. Big Bad Human Villain will be played by Kelsey Grammer.
He is not aging well.
No, but it makes him look like dark, doesn't it?
Wow. Another human bad guy? Or
I don't know how you can have human bad guys.
No, wait. It actually says who he's playing. Go back to that.
Fair enough.
Scroll down. Deadline says, I'm told that Grammer will play Harold Attinger, a counterintelligence guy.
Woo! Okay, Kelsey Grammer. Like him. Not sure if I'm going to like Transformers 4.
Who's good as Beast?
We've got this is our movie news, by the way. We've got a Dodgeball sequel. They hired a writer. We'll tell you who it is real quick. Short article. Apparently long article, but who is it? Tapped Clay Tarver to write the script. So we're gonna. I want to see it.
I loved the first one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a funny, like, just weird. I don't think many of those people are going to be in it.
Right.
Most of them are way more popular now than they were then.
Right.
But
I'd rather. You know what I'd rather see? I think I would rather see an Office Space sequel.
But I burned the building down.
Exactly. We've got some bad news in the cartoon world.
Where's our black wrist? Our band? We need bands.
We've got one on.
Oh.
Futurama is getting axed again. So it is said.
Comedy Central announced today that the upcoming 13-episode 8th season will be the show's last, with the crew of Planet Express bidding its final farewell on September 4th. That will bring the total number of episodes to 140.
That's a lot.
And
it's sad to see you go.
Initially airing on Fox from 1999 to 2003, it returned in 2007 with 4 direct-to-DVD movies, all of which were funny, that were then shown as 30-minute episodes on Comedy Central. Audience response led the cable network to order new episodes of the series, which made their premiere in 2010. The final season of Futurama begins June 19th.
Which I'm a little bit upset about this because apparently they've already done all of these, so they're not going to get to make like a big ending episode.
I bet they do.
I don't know. I think they've already done it.
Or do you think at the end of that they just go, well, like the professor goes, well, that's all, and then he's done. I don't know why that sounded like Nixon.
I don't either. That's probably who's going to do it. This is it for us.
No, he finally goes, that's it, I'm pressing the button, and then everything goes white.
Patrick Hughes set to direct The Expendables 3.
Okay, is that a comic book?
That does look like
Dynamite has a Expendables comic book. Well, that's news we didn't expect.
Sylvester Stallone has just revealed via Twitter that Patrick Hughes from Red Hill will take over from him as director on the third Expendables movie. EX3 needs freshness, class, and much badass, says Stallone. Found it. Blood, Sweat, and Fears coming soon. My best pure action film, The Last Rambo. I want this one to top it, and I believe it will with the new blood.
I mean,
it's because he's getting old.
There's only one reason to watch these movies. Bang, bang.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. There's no story plot to watch these movies because of.
Right.
Can I say that sitting in these chairs is making this show feel so much nicer?
I know, right? I don't know. Let's pause this for a second. Guys, what do you think? Chat, are you enjoying this? Do you hear us okay?
Are we doing okay? How's today going?
I keep sit up a little bit. That's my only problem is I keep sliding down. And, there we go. Like it. Oh, that hurt my shoulder.
How old are you?
38,000, apparently. Alright, so we got J.J. Abrams as Lord of Sci-Fi,
I haven't seen this yet.
I think I looked at it the other day. And it's from Latino Review. J.J. Abrams talks Star Wars. Says he still is running for... He's still running for Star Trek 3.
Okay. I am the sci-fi fan here. I'm okay with this. Who gives a rat's ass if it's 2 different franchises? The first movie was fantastic. It was like a Star Wars movie. Story, character. It was like the original Star Wars movies. Why not let one man do it all? He did well on the first one. Do you have a problem with it?
The fact that you compared Star Trek to Star Wars.
No. He's even quoted as saying he ran the first Star Trek movie that he did as if it were a Star Wars movie.
Alright. Cue the lens flares. What is it?
Apparently they want to see all the stuff on your bookshelf.
Oh, anyways. So let's see. While Star Wars fans are mostly pleased with J.J. Abrams directing Star Wars Episode 7, where does that leave Star Trek fans? Well, he might not be turning his back on Star Trek 3 just yet, according to a Q&A that he had recently with Playboy. Random.
Why not?
Regarding whether
everyone reads Playboy for the articles.
Yeah. Regarding whether the new Star Wars film would prevent a return to Star Trek.
As with anything, because they are very different worlds, they shouldn't feel the same aesthetically. They can't. But again, I don't apply aesthetics first and fit a movie into the aesthetic. If I had come into Star Trek with those eyes, I would probably have been paralyzed. The advantage here is that we still have George Lucas with us to go to and ask questions to get his feedback on things, which I certainly will do. With Star Trek, it was harder because I wasn't a Star Trek fan. I didn't have the same emotional feeling. I didn't have Gene Roddenberry to go to, but I came to understand the world of Star Trek, and I appreciate what fans felt and believed about this universe and this franchise.
Now, here's my one thing I want to say to J.J. Abrams.
Mm.
Don't talk to Lucas! Leave him out! Just listen to the fans and make a good movie.
So what you're telling him is use the Force?
May the 4th be with you. So that's cool. I'm with you though. I'm okay if he wants to do it, as long as they don't feel like the same movie.
True.
I think like Star Trek, like when you go into the bridge of a Star Trek, when it feels
although if you see
it feels. Would you let me have my damn sentence? It feels very clean and just crisp. I think they need to continue to bring that like dirty feel. Like the Millennium Falcon always just felt a little grimy.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a good way to always separate.
I agree. I think I need to see a puppet. Like Yoda ghost puppet.
What do we got? Die Hard 6? Holy crap.
What are they going to call this one? Die Hard 6?
Wait, I didn't even see number 5. What was it called? After the Russia-based antics of A Good Day to Die Hard, we gleaned some exclusive details about the next installment in the Die Hard franchise. Shut up, I just had to make that bigger. I need my glasses for this. Die Hard 6, or Die Hardest, as it's currently known, is currently at the writing stage with Brett Ben... I'm not...
Trouble Cook. I did not think that said Cook.
That didn't... Penning a treatment. Trouble Cook is currently working on Knockout, a video game-themed actioner set to star real-life martial arts stars. Alright, cool. I didn't even see the last one.
I mean, I like Bruce Willis, but I mean... How long until he finally just... I'm serious. One of the movies needs to end with him having a stroke. And then the next movie will be Die Hard 7. The next one will be Die Hard 7. Recovery.
Oh. Okay, wait a minute. What? Oren Uzel to write Men in Black 4. What? Isn't he getting too old to do those?
Yeah.
Sony Pictures
Don't go there, though.
Quietly
That's why he had a son.
Sony Pictures has quietly started development on a new chapter in the Men in Black franchise.
Tapping Oren Uzel, quotes, The Kitchen Sink, to write Men in Black 4. Additionally, Uzel has been hired to rewrite the studio's upcoming sequel to last year's hit comedy 21 Jump Street.
That was pretty good.
I haven't watched it.
I watched it. I thought it was pretty good.
Sony is already developing Uzel's monster mashup movie, The Kitchen Sink, which was voted to the 2010 blacklist. The studio now is placing a big bet on Uzel, who will finish writing 21 Jump Street sequel before moving on to Men in Black 4.
By the way, yeah, some people complained that Tommy Lee Jones wasn't in Men in Black 3 as much because it was
Again, haven't seen it yet.
It was Josh Brolin.
Do you have
maybe. It was Josh Brolin. I thought Josh Brolin did a great time. Did a great job in that. So, all right. So we're getting a lot of sequels because apparently nobody has new ideas.
I do not agree with this.
Luke, what this?
And I don't. Is this still current? Someone needs to let us know. Luke Evans as the Crow. Is this one still current? When was this one posted? Yesterday. Should still be current. The Crow will fly with Welsh actor Luke Evans playing the title role in the F. Javier Gutierrez directed franchise reboot.
Good job on that name.
Relativity Media. Evans was the original choice, but he has been incredibly busy. He's been in Dracula Year Zero.
He was just cast.
Oh, sorry. He is the villain in Fast and Furious 6, and is Bard the Bowman in The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug.
No, continue. I'm loving this.
Why?
These names are just making you go, go ahead.
Evans seems to be unavailable. I can't even say available. I can do the names, damn it, but I can't say the word available. Because of production on Dracula and promotion on The Hobbit. The director... See, that's not the word director. The distributor looked at Tom Hiddleston and more recently Alexander Skarsgård. I know someone's going to be sad that it's not him. The latter of whom has a bunch of offers after Warner Brothers halted Tarzan. Ultimately, they have decided to push the start date to early next year to accommodate a schedule in order to secure Evans, who is currently promoting the Fast and the Furious 6. No. A man died during production.
Oh, that's your problem with this movie. Okay.
Leave it alone.
I got you. I was trying to figure out what your problem with this one was. All right, and the last thing in the short box is a little bit of gaming news. Gears of War movie gets a producer, or lands a new producer. Let's go find out who it is, shall we?
Go ahead. You take this.
Why is the print so small?
Because you're so freaking old.
There has been talk of making a Gears of War movie for years, but so far fans have nothing to show for it. That might be changing soon as a new producer has won the rights and looks to be charging full speed ahead and bringing the movie to the big screen. According to Variety, Ted and Identity Theft's producer Scott Stuber has partnered with Epic Games to bring the movie to life. He and Epic are developing a script for the Gears of War film.
See, it's not easy, is it?
Like me. Although no writer, director, stars, or distributor are attached. Universal Pictures does have a first look deal, but that's no guarantees. So, yeah, they've got a producer.
I don't know how well this is going to go because you can't find normal humans that are that damn big.
Oh, sure you can. Have you seen The Rock lately?
Okay.
And The Rock's been in everything else. I'll bet you he's in that. Alright, so that concludes the short box for the day. And that's going to move us on to the AV Club. And my foot back in the camera.
Put your foot... Have some professionalism.
I'm sitting in a recliner.
Okay, have partial.
There you go. We've got... what this is just essentially a lot of pictures or videos that have been found throughout the week by any of us. And so we're going to go through and we're
going to pick a few of them.
We're going to look at some of them. So let's see. What do we got? Adam West in the phone book. Found by...
L.
L.
Alright.
I'm just going to say her name.
Oh, yeah. I saw it. So funny.
We've got Adam... West
What happens
Adam.
when you look Adam West up in the phone book? West Adam. See Bruce Wayne, millionaire. Wayne Bruce, millionaire. Please consult crime fighters in the yellow pages. Yellow pages. Crime fighters. See Batman in white pages. White pages. Batman. See Adam West. Love it! So funny!
That's pretty good. I like that one.
I saw that one and died laughing.
Wait, I have a phone book.
We'll do that later.
I need to look that up. That's pretty funny. I think it's behind me. What do we got? Who's the fastest? We got some picture of the Flash. This one actually made me giggle a little bit. We've got the Flash. We've got
Sonic the Hedgehog.
the Roadrunner.
Speedy Gonzalez.
And the kid from The Incredibles.
I'm going to go with Flash is the fastest.
He's like, I love the art in it though. He's like, you're so fast.
Who would win? Roadrunner.
Yeah, I'm thinking Roadrunner because when he disappears,
he's gone.
He's gone. Then we got, let's see, we're going to skip that one.
Oh, wait, go up. Just check out the comic keyboard.
Where?
Scroll up, right there. Which, by the way, another note, one of the main sites that I usually use for stories got shut down last week by Amazon. ComicAlliance.com. It got shut down. I was very sad about that.
That sucks. What is this? This is a comic keyboard? This is neat looking. It's got a bunch of comic book characters on it. And pals and bangs. And that's neat. I like it. What do we got? Then we've got... This one just says crap. I have to look at this one.
It piqued our interest.
Yeah, he piqued my interest with that.
Oh, Superman and
it's
then
a
the
picture
Avengers.
of Superman coming out of his cave, and then right below it you've got the Avengers all looking up, and it just says ... crap. Which
Love
they
it.
could be right. They could be right. Who would win, Hulk or Superman?
We already had that one.
Did we have that?
We got mad at each other because I kept throwing Hulk into the sun.
That was when we came up with our no sun rule.
No using the sun.
Here we go. The diagram to pick the perfect game. Oh, we got
This
to
is
look at
from
this.
Injure. Holy crap.
How to pick the perfect video game. Oh my god. Do you want to avoid using much of your brain? Yes or no?
No.
No? Okay, so we're going to go no. And we're going to go, okay. Maximum creativity. Yes or no?
No, because it stops.
Okay, yes goes to Minecraft. So no. Do you want to solve some puzzles?
Sure.
Do you feel the need for a storyline?
No.
Okay. Kick it old school.
Yes.
Tetris, I'm sorry.
This is cool. We're going to have to try this. Actually, just sit down and try it. That's funny.
This is neat. You guys should look at this. Well, none of those links are showed up. Chat, has any of those links that he put in, have they shown up in the chat? Because I'm not seeing any of those yet. So we'll go through and look at them here in just a minute.
Don't care.
What do we got? Super Squirrels! This one was funny. This was found by a friend of ours, Derek. And it's got a picture of a squirrel on a log, and they've made it into different characters. We've got Iron Man, Goku,
Batman,
Thor,
Cap,
Batman,
Thor.
and Cap. I'm putting that one in there.
No, we didn't see everything either, Les.
Those are cool. We've got some pics of...
No. The Batman versus Galactus is one of my favorite pictures. I'm actually going to use that at work.
This one is just... it's like... what is
Batman
this?
versus Galactus.
Batman wins. Doesn't Batman win everything, though?
Keep going now. Let's see what else we got.
May the 4th be with you.
The trailers we've got featured this week. Again, you can see them in wherever
Thor
we put
trailer and what is
GTA
this?
5 trailer.
Yep.
It might be the only shooter game I buy this year.
It's not a shooter game.
It is when I get a hold of it.
No, for me, it's a run everything over game.
Motorcycle?
If I can.
If you can find one.
If I can find one. I'm like...
Staircase.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, guys, so that's our AV Club. Those, like I said, those are just really cool links. They can... A lot of times we end up using them as our backgrounds, and, it just lets you see things. So we hope you enjoyed that. Question of the week last time was, if you were to choose any spin-offs from Star Wars, what would they be? A couple of answers we got was a Han Solo movie, a younger Yoda, Han and Leia's kids growing up,
Leia spelled wrong.
Yun Hong Vong Invasion,
Got nothing. I got nothing.
Star Killer,
Yes.
that's my vote, and the
the
Fets.
I see that more as like a daytime comedy sitcom.
So those are some good answers. So just to let you guys know, we do look at those answers. I still say, I have to look at that one from the last time.
Which
The
one?
mix and the mashup of the two characters.
I don't remember.
Anyways,
Question of the week this week. Which movie will do the biggest box office numbers this year? I'm going to go with Superman. More build up for Superman than any movie I've
Wait, when
seen.
is
in
Avengers 2 coming out?
15.
Okay.
I think it's going to be Superman. Simply because it hasn't been done well since Reeves did it. The first time.
I don't know. I'd have to look at the rest of the year, but you may be right on that. Superman may win the day on it. So that is your question of the week, and that is your show. I like it.
Much more comfortable.
I like it. What do you think?
Yeah.
High five.
High five. All right.
All right. You get a little bit of even sound between the two of us now, so hopefully you can tell who's who.
We will do some listening and take some feedback. Anybody who is not watching this live, we'll give out every link again. We are on Facebook. We are on Twitter. Both are Nerd and the Noob. Individually, my name is Greg. I am Gman0184.
And I am opaque_mango on the Twitters.
Please email us anything and everything you find, want to talk about, want to discuss, or just to say hi. It's nerdandthenoob@gmail.com. And, just drop us a line. We love you guys.
Yeah.
So much.
We're having fun.
We missed y'all last week.
Yeah, we did miss you last week. So, on that note, guys, thanks for joining us, and we shall see you next time. Peace out! There we go.